Say, Mr. Lobo, didn't I see you outside the TV station going through my garbage cans?
Actually, John, I was getting movies for this Saturday night. Cinema Insomnia.
Cinema Insomnia. I watch it every week.
Oh, you do? Wow, thank you.
Fighting the Frizzies at 11.
You are under my power. Look into the hypnotic eye. Time now to enter Mr. Lobo's domain. Look out! Open your mind to the possibility that they're not bad movies, just misunderstood. You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia.
You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. Tonight's feature is presented in wide-o host. For those of you with newer televisions who demand more of Mr. Lobo to love. I'm your host, Mr. Lobo. Your sci-fi and horror host, Mr. Lobo. And I'm here to tell you that we are not alone. So prepare to get probed. There are three, count them, three, number one kinds of extraterrestrial encounters. The first number one kind of extraterrestrial encounter is a sighting. The second type of number one extraterrestrial encounter is loss of appetite, possibly dry mouth. I'm not sure. I've got it written down somewhere. But director Steven Spielberg hires illegal aliens from outer space to plunk out the musical question, "What's up, dork?" in the all-time classic, sci-fi classic of all time, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What the fuck is that? John Stanley?
Oh, Cosmos, am I glad to see you. I want you to take this videotape. I want you to jackass up to the control tower, give it to the banana heads, and tell them this replaces the film that he had originally scheduled. Now, I don't have a lot of time to explain all of this, but this is from the future year of 1978.
Oh, bad year.
Terrible year. Terrible acting, terrible directing, terrible everything. So, could you please hurry?
You got it, Commander Stanley.
Oh, you can call me Stan, baby. You can call me Stan. Yeah, John Stanley, ex-Creature Feature host. And that movie we're going to see? War of the Planets. And don't you remember it?
Check the distance of the stellar explosion. Loco, check the computer.
There is no constellation in visual distance. No stellar explosion.
Ask the new coordinates to escape the rays of that explosion.
Information information requested on explosion is non-existent. No change of course necessary. That was a reflection of a cosmic explosion occurring 10 million years ago.
We are not alone here in space. Every day, new planets. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new life. Every day, amazing flights. And angels in shocking spaceships. We are not alone here in space, because in the space we have brothers. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new UFOs. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new dangers. Every day, new things can bring computers and superhuman men. We are known and those here in space, because here in space
Miller? Huh?
Repeat. I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Repeat.
There's no doubt about it, and that punch of his proves it. In the report, I charge Captain Hamilton with insubordination.
So you think the facts have been altered? I've never received an order from Miller. I've never even seen a report from Miller. All I have ever seen is a bunch of notes from an electronic hunk of metal. Now, I'm not in the habit of taking orders from a machine. It was an insult, sir. The case now is in my jurisdiction. You should have contacted Hamilton personally. Perhaps a conference with Captain Hamilton would have been the proper procedure. It might have prevented this embarrassing situation. Captain Hamilton certainly will be disciplined. You can go now, Miller. Commander, on silence. You're a barbarian, a savage. They warned me when they transferred you under my orders, but the warning wasn't necessary. Your arrogance was well known in advance. We knew all about it. Continue, Captain, and in just 1 month's time, I'll transfer you to the quartermaster service. Not a rosy prospect, Commander. I should consult Wiz for what happened, so that he would give. Eliminate dangerous personnel. I won't consult Wiz. I'm putting you in command of the spaceship, leaving for the Vega sector.
Ah. Jeepers, John, why so rough?
Well, I had to protect you from yourself, Mr. Lobo. Hey, is this how you run my show in my absence?
Your show? John, this is my show, Cinema Insomnia. Your show was creature features in the San Francisco Bay Area from 1979 to 1984.
Don't bore me with all that old history. I am from the future, and besides, a certain amount of arrogance is necessary to be a good TV host. You should know that.
But John, don't you understand?
Hold that thought, Mr. Lobo. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Just don't hit me again, John.
Mr. Cow.
Yes?
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't know. I always end up biting. Ask Mr. Fox, for he's much cleverer than I.
Mr. Fox, How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Why don't you ask Mr. Turtle, for he's been around a lot longer than I. Me, I bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know.
It's the exciting new Daredevil Trick Track with the incredible Dolphin Racer, gear-driven for longer battery life. Daredevil Trick Track, full of fantastic tricks. A sensational new steering track. A wall of logs. A teeter-totter. And it's up, 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 and over we go. A somersault flip. And now, straight through a fly-apart house. Get Daredevil Trick Track, action-packed with tricks and tracks. It's thrilling, spilling, crashing, smashing. Daredevil Trick Track from Transogram, where the fun comes from. Wow!
Action awesome, please.
You just do anything?
No, it's sorry, cut.
This is present-day Mr. Lobo, and I'm here with the JOHN STANLEY of the future.
Wait a minute, Mr. Lobo. Isn't this the time zone when you're supposed to do the Insomniac pledge?
Oath, John. Insomniac. Oh.
Well, oath or pledge. Why don't you get on with it?
Well, I would, John, if I knew anything about this movie. Now, if it's what I think it is, it's dull, probably Italian, and borrows liberally from pre-Star Wars sleeping pills like The Star Lost and Space 1999, and truly dares you to stay awake. I'm going to have to ask you all. Now, to take the Insomniac oath, please assume the position and repeat after Mr. Lobo. I, as an initiated member of the Sleepless Nights of Insomnia, do solemnly swear to watch the movie, the whole movie, and nothing but the movie, so help me, Mr. Lobo.
So help me, Mr. Lobo.
You may stand down. And now, without any further ado, back to tonight's feature.
And that would be War of the Planets.
What he said. Stop clapping, John.
Well, Mac, now that I'm going outside, I'll try to find a good bottle of whiskey for you.
Good idea, as long as it's scotch.
No problem.
There you are. This is the airlock chamber to bridge. Segura's ready for instrument test. All set.
Alone here in space, because here is space. We have rulers.
Enter decompression chamber. Maximum duration, 10 seconds. Repeat, 10 seconds. Clear the area.
It's an old satellite for the interception of gamma rays. It's practically a monument. You know that thing must be 100 years old.
Why in the hell did you send only one man out there?
Come in, Peter. Peter, can you hear me? Very well, Captain. It's too hazardous to work alone. Re-enter the ship immediately.
Outside, we work in pairs.
Don't worry, Captain. I'll be extremely careful.
Captain, look at screen number 2.
Stop it, Segura. That's an order. I know what I'm doing, Captain. It'll only take a few seconds. I've got the breaker in already.
He could die out there. He's liable to be...
It won't take long at all, Captain. I've got to screw this in. It won't take a moment.
You're a damn fool.
The acid's eating through my suit.
You've got plenty of time to get back to the ship. Use the directional. And above all, stay calm. You've got 3 minutes before the suit will corrode. You have 2.5 minutes.
Captain, the directional jet isn't responding. Help me. Hold on, Peter. Captain Hamilton is suiting up. He's going out to get you. You've got 1 minute and 30 seconds, Captain, before that acid eats through his suit. Captain, if the suit goes, I'll decompress. Take it easy. Instantly.
They're too far away. With that speed, they won't make it.
Look, Mila. What's going on? What are they stopping for?
Segura's a dead man.
Dr. Wright, report to the dispensary. Stand by with the regenerator.
I'm sorry, John. We appear to be upside down.
Hey, isn't there any banana head in the control tower who can straighten this out and get us right side up? Do I have to direct this show as well?
I'm sorry, John. You know, the crew often abandons Mr. Lobo, especially during a European sci-fi film. I'll have this fixed. I'll have this fixed in just a jiffy.
But hey, wait a minute, Mr. Lobo. You should have Cosmonauti with you. Have you forgotten the importance and the art of the buddy system?
John,
You're a good one.
John, I'm in the control room now. What? I'm going to hit this button labeled roll break, okay?
No, don't do that. That'll send us into a commercial.
You getting hot? Yeah, you getting thirsty? Yeah, this is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, crash bang boom bam Kool-Aid wipes out thirst for you.
Oh shit, yeah.
Crash a bang a boomer with a big bright smile and a fun taste too.
Oh shit, yeah. Super taste. Your friend's cool. Our friend's Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix.
Oh yeah!
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you're little short of cash, go see Cal. Trouble's over in a flash, go see Cal.
The down payment he'll arrange. Get a 10-day trial exchange. Go see Cal. Go see Cal. Go see Cal.
If you buy a new Ford car or truck from any dealer, I'll give you this cordless telephone. You don't have to buy from me. All I want you to do is see me first, give me first chance to steal, and I'll stand on my head to beat anybody's deal. It's Worthington Ford in Federal Way. We're open till midnight every day. Give us a call. Call us collect.
Ratfink and Boo Boo, masked men dedicated to fight crime and preserve justice.
Look, Boo Boo, young lady in distress.
Won't somebody help me?
Me first, Ratfink. Go, Boo Boo. I'll park the ratcicle.
Oh,
Take that, Mr. Crook.
oh.
Why not fight someone your own size, fella?
Help me. Won't somebody please help me?
The Ratfink will. Ape, drop that girl.
You hurt me, you big ape.
Take that, Ape.
Ratfink and Boo Boo, the leaders of today, building the leaders of tomorrow. Ratfink and Boo Boo are coming.
We unknown, alone here in space. Every day, new planets. We unknown, alone here in space. Every day.
This coffee is burning through my arm.
What are you doing with a coffee cup when you were supposed to be up in the control room making that topsy-turvy picture right side up?
John, this is my cup I've been looking for everywhere. The darn TD walked off with it.
Sit down. Cosmo, will you please look after his wounds? Oh, you're so gentle and sweet and so nice. All right, you take care of that. Oh, keep doing that, would you please? That's really good. Okay, take care of things. I'm going to go see if I can turn that topsy-turvy picture right side up.
We unknown, alone here in space. Every day, new planets.
Wow. Now there goes a man's man. You know, I wish that I could be... Ow!
Yes. Hold you.
Cinema Insomnia now returns to War of the Planets. You're tiny in my arm.
It seems hard to believe, but in only 20 more hours, we'll be on our way back to home base. Your move.
Bravo, Marseille. All he thinks about is vacation.
Captain, our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
Thanks. It's impossible. The computer's got to be wrong.
You understand, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
And you'll begin the investigation immediately.
It will be done, sir.
You know we can't allow this to continue.
I will inform you.
Report to me as soon as you have anything.
Those damn signals are damaging
Earth's radio and video systems. I'm receiving solicitations from all over the world. Washington and Moscow have already called me 3 times.
Well, Colonel Altman, it's lucky for us that you're here.
Yes, sir. Let's get down to facts. What disposition has Wiz given?
Wiz affirms that behind this strange signal there's an alien intelligence that knows all, and there's danger. Wiz orders us to find the emission source and destroy it.
Good. Send an airship at once.
You hear that? More of those signals.
They certainly sound strange.
But it's impossible.
Oh, come on, relax. I agree that those are not normal signals, but I also think the computer isn't functioning right, that's all. So stay calm. I really think that computer in there has just got to be drunk.
What's the nearest spaceship to the emission source of the signals?
It's the MK-31, Commander. MK-31.
Who's the MK-31 commander?
Captain Hamilton.
Hamilton? Fred Hamilton, the one on the Sirius expedition? The Mars incident? Intolerant of any kind of discipline. He should have been rejected.
Captain Hamilton is a good commander. It's true that he has quite a temper and that he takes a little too much personal initiative. But I'm convinced that while these aspects are negative on Earth, they're very useful to a commander-in-chief of such a very important expedition. The MK-31 will have to move beyond known space, and Captain Hamilton is the most suitable man to do it.
No, I haven't the right crew to undertake such a dangerous journey. We've just completed a mission lasting 6 months and are due for rotation in less than 24 hours. My men are tired. They need a rest. They want to get back to Earth and to their families.
Evidently, I didn't make myself clear enough to you, Captain. I did not call you to debate. Wiz's orders must be carried out.
Nonsense. If a machine says to go out and get killed, it does not mean I must do it. The new rules allow me to disobey such an order. I'm reserving decision. I'll report to you later.
Consider your future, Captain Hamilton. The commander here has helped you before.
Think it over, Captain. At the end of the mission, you'll all be given extra leave with the possibility of a very fine promotion. I'll be the first one to suggest it. You'll all be heroes. Think it over.
I'm sorry, Commander. No member of my crew wants to be a hero. And the normal leave is going to be fine without a promotion. And tell that hunk of metal that MK-31 is returning home. Captain Hamilton, I think Dr. Jane Fraser would like to speak with you.
Hello, Fred.
Hello, Jane Fraser. It's been a long time.
I won't try to talk you into changing your mind. I only ask that you allow the crew to choose. That certainly does seem the fairest way to handle this, doesn't it?
How long?
Whatever.
Violent or gentle?
You decide.
As you can see, John has fixed the show. Everything is right side up again. Apparently, John and Cosmonauti have decided to take a nookie break in the cosmic love machine. Typical. Not that Mr. Lobo wanted to come with or anything. I wonder if John sets it on violent, gentle, or permanent press. Cinema Insomnia. We'll be right back.
Is for everybody, not just for the few. and cherry dear with someone nice as you. VD is for everybody, darling, have no doubt that anyone can get VD. That's what it's all about.
If you're curious or confused, get information or a pamphlet at most pharmacies or a health clinic. If you need help, see a doctor.
Mr. Bucket!
That's right, I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top, I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth I will pop, I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run, I'm Mr. Bucket.
The game's Mr. Bucket. The first to get their balls into Mr. Bucket wins, but look out, because the balls will pop out of his mouth.
I'm Mr. Bucket. The balls pop out of my mouth, I'm Mr. Bucket. A ball is what I'm about, I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run, I'm Mr. Bucket. Buckets of fun.
Mr. Bucket from Milton Bradley.
Buckets of fun.
But I want free oil and filter for 3 years. But I want a lifetime warranty. But I want free tires for life. Hi, Zach Justice here with Harrelson Toyota. Come on in and we'll satisfy all your butts. That's Harrelson Toyota, South Carolina's #1 butt satisfier.
What do you call the new water and ooze blasting oozinator? Oh, yeah! Blech! Gross! Ew! Disgusting! And of course, awesome! The new oozinator blaster from Super Soaker. Major pumping required.
Good Lord! Are you done in there yet? That man is an animal. Hey, John, could you do me a favor? Could you burn those hyper beds when you're done? And salt the ground so that nothing comes back? Look at us. You and I. A couple of wallflowers. Well, at least we don't need electronic machines to help stimulate us. All we need is strong coffee and weak movies. Like tonight's feature, War of the Planets.
I think I'll never use the cosmic love.
You must never, never be fooled by imitations.
You must kiss me more often from now on.
You know something? I feel this is my first victory over machines.
Captain, the radar scanner indicates 2 shining points. They're approaching rapidly.
All crews to your stations. Establish contact with Base Orion.
Tell Commander Armstrong it's urgent.
Spaceship MK-31 has to speak with Commander Armstrong. It's urgent.
What's happening, Captain?
Our radar's picking up 2 strange metallic bodies. I presume they're spaceships.
They could be asteroids. They've got to be asteroids.
No asteroids could vary their speed like that.
The 2 objects are now in our cameras. They'll be on your base scanner momentarily. Transfer everything to Base Orion.
And they're really spaceships. There just isn't any other possibility.
Establish contact.
Wait, let us contact Wiz. He'll know what to do.
I'll interrupt contact with base. Mila, analyze the spaceship on our computer. Ask data about the crew and their weapons in terms of absolute probability.
Unmanned spaceships armed with long-range disintegrators. 70% chance.
Battle speed.
Battle speed.
Activate disintegrators. Coordinate direction rays. Activate laser.
Best range, 50 miles.
Approaching range. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We've been hit.
Internal pressure is 5 Gs.
We've lost contact. What's happening? Reactivate contact at once.
Our equipment seems to be working perfectly, Commander. They must have stopped transmitting.
Commander, the newspaper men are in the press hall. They followed everything.
Now, we must get an answer.
Commander, we've got a lot of questions to ask. How do you plan to answer this attack against the Earth?
What are you talking about? There's been no attack against our planet.
We've all seen a spaceship. Do you think MK-31 has been hit as part of some weird game?
Our bases didn't cite anything that could make us dread an attack.
Why have you already given the alert signal to all the bases?
Oh, because...
Now, we'll be quiet. That is a military secret.
The public must know about that ship. We may be facing the vanguard of a whole fleet.
That's enough. Get out of here. I won't answer any more questions.
Aliens are attacking Earth.
Vanguard of a fleet. Our bases prepare defenses. Our bases
can be destroyed like MK-31.
Spaceship enters our solar system.
Base Orion's monitors, we have seen the beginning of the end.
I can't make it, Captain. The centrifugal force has immobilized me. We have to make it all maximum we can blow up the ship, Captain. We have to break clear.
Mr. Lobo can't take this movie. I hope John and Cosmonauti come out of that machine soon. I'm starting to get a migraine.
Ah! Excuse our absence, Mr. Lobo, but you know, it's been a stressful job being the world's greatest movie horror host and a hero to millions of viewers. Well, you wouldn't know anything about that.
No, I don't suppose I would. John, you just abandoned me with this ridiculous movie.
Calm down, Mr. Lobo. Maybe you should take a spin in the cosmic love machine. Blow off some of your steam. Hmm?
Huh, well, I have been curious. Okay, I will. Good thing Mr. Lobo wore 2 pairs of socks today.
You've got 2 minutes, Mr. Lobo. Cosmo, take us out to a commercial, will you, baby?
Cinema Insomnia will be right back. After Mr. Lobo's lonely time.
You're a good one.
Yuck. Creepy crawlers. Thing Maker 2. In about an hour, you can make lots of things that look awful and feel terrible. Creepy crawlers. Pre-eat the goop, pour in the molds, and wait. Yuck. Creepy crawlers. Thing Maker 2. An electrical toy.
It's disgusting.
Creepy crawlers. Thing Maker 2 comes with 3 molds and 4 bottles of goop. New from a tap.
Close encounters of the first kind. Sighting of an unidentified flying object. Close encounters of the second kind. Physical evidence of a UFO. Close encounters of the third kind. Actual contact. Columbia Pictures, in association with EMI, presents Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
We are known alone here in space every day.
Gee whiz, Mr. Lobo. I almost felt sorry for you when you were trapped in the cosmic love machine all by yourself. You know, I do have it in my power to assign you a sexy space girl sidekick. Kinda like Cosmonauti here.
The space women owe Commander John Stanley a great debt. He stopped the up-and-coming monster apocalypse.
Aw. Jeepers, John, that would be fantastic. I mean, that would be very good for Cinema Insomnia in the ratings, John.
Well, keep your space pants on, Mr. Lobo. You're gonna have to earn it. I didn't come here just to show you a dirty, lousy, rotten, bad movie.
Misunderstood movie, John.
Oh, I have some important business with you, Mr. Lobo. Your future as a host? And I do want to try to plug my new book.
A book? Book from the future?
Well, no, it's a book from the present. It's my present book. And I plan to put all of the proceeds into a special bank account and roll it over for about 500 years so that when Cosmo and I get back to the future, we'll be rich beyond our wildest dreams.
Right, Ben?
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Do they have banks in the future?
Well, that's where the plan needs a little work. Well, for the moment, let's get back into the movie, War of the Planets.
Push the auxiliary ignition button. Pump. Try to reach it. Go on. Deactivate main generator.
Captain, the B circuit in the main generator has been damaged and needs to be repaired. I will let you know when it can be done.
How are the auxiliaries? Normal course. Speed reduced to 1/4, only that.
Captain, I can't reactivate contact with Earth. The auxiliary engines are too weak. They don't have sufficient power. Gravitational force is increasing fast.
The angle's drift coincides with the planet's axis. We're being attracted by its gravitational force. We can't stop the fall. We'll be smashed to bits.
Ask computer for force landing data.
Insufficient energy available.
Activate vaporizers.
It's no good, Captain. It's too late, Captain. We've had it.
That vaporizer still can stop us.
Captain, the spaceship's fall has stopped.
Nice going. I should think that the computer has realized that by now.
We're in the planet's orbit at 500,000 feet.
But it's against every physical law. How can there be a planet with a variable gravitation?
All crew members to your stations. Prepare for landing. The men in charge of space research get ready to leave in the module. The rest of you remain on board.
John went to go get a copy of his book, but to kill time, we're going to show you how to make a little alien contamination for your mouth, inspired by the haunting premonitions of the UFO landing site in tonight's originally scheduled feature, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, directed by some hack, Steven Spielberg. Doesn't really matter. All you need is that box of powdered mashed potatoes that's been in the cupboard for 3 years, water, butter, salt, splash of horse and milkin', and you can make a scale model of the Close Encounters mountain, just like the one from that other big sci-fi movie in 1978. So, make the mashed potatoes as the manufacturer directs, and put them into 16-ounce party cups. So you just pack them in there. Go right ahead, just dig right in there, Cosmonauti. 16-ounce party cup, like so. If you can't find a 16-ounce party cup, go on to your favorite social networking site and find an alcoholic friend. You'll be able to identify them because they're holding one in all their pictures. So once you have your 16-ounce party cup filled with mashed potatoes, you pack it in there like this. Very good, Cosmonauti. And put it in the center of an ordinary paper plate, like so, quite simply. And you try to quite simply get the, I think yours is going better than mine. There we go. Then you take a handy pocket meal wrangler. What do they call this in Russia?
A yum.
Fork. So you go ahead and scrape the sides like this, and flatten the top and scrape the sides. And before you know it, you'll have a perfect scale model of the Devil's Tower in Wyoming. And next week, we'll show you how to make some paper plate flying saucers to go along with it. In the meantime, why don't you scrape one of these up for yourself during tonight's intermission?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Coke time.
There's nothing like a Coca-Cola, nothing like a Coke.
What do you say we have dinner together?
Wonderful. Where?
Oh, someplace where we don't have to dress, like your apartment.
Coke time is anytime, anywhere. It's always time for ice-cold Coca-Cola.
There are strange things in the universe, and one of them is coming to a theater near you. Closet cases of the nerd kind. What are closet cases of the nerd kind? Dr. J. Alien Horselips, expert who has personally sighted 2,000 flying objects, divides the experience into 3 categories. Closet cases of the first kind, sighting. Whoa! Closet cases of the second kind, physical evidence. Whoa! But worst are closet cases of the nerd kind, starring Stan Grivey as Roy Dreary. And Hennon Chambers as the famous French scientist.
I'm the famous French scientist sent over here to find the UFO.
It's a story of nighttime creepiness, guaranteed to give you spooky dreams. Yes, it's a story of strange disappearances and weird little things that come out at night.
How do you know the UFOs are coming?
Do you think they'd be here?
Quiet, we're rolling.
Quiet. Look! Never mind. Forget it.
Look, over there.
Meep. It will leave you speechless with sheer naked horror.
Brown alert, brown alert. Evacuate the lower chambers. Overflow, pump 7. All personnel, clear the dumping platform. This is not a drill.
Yeah? I don't know. We got this humongous backup here. It's all the way to cornbread. Hey, it's getting intense. I've lost 4 men already. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me a snowplow or a tractor or something. Dump truck, okay?
Channel number 38.
Hurry!
Yes.
Okay, now listen, you're gonna get up to cornbread and stake out that line. Now this is your big chance, son.
Oh, boy! This is my big chance.
I must be getting close. Aha!
You're blocking the road.
See what happens when the UFOs go on a crazed rampage.
Meep. You stupid truck!
Holy
A 1 and a 2.
Gonna build a mountain. Gonna build a mountain. Gonna build a mountain in your living room. In your living room. You gotta build a mountain. Gotta build a mountain, and it's gonna be keen.
This means something.
This means something.
He's got it.
This means something.
Will Roy Dreary get the flying saucer's message? What is the meaning of Roy Dreary's sudden obsessions?
This means something.
What mysterious force has turned a mild-mannered sewage worker into a complete nincompoop?
Oh, hi, honey. Hey, what's for dinner?
Mashed potatoes.
Wow. It's a message from outer space, Gladys. Right here on our dinner table. Oh.
Roy, you've been acting really weird. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh, come on now. Can't you tell a message from outer space when you see one?
A riveting story of anguish and human desperation.
What does it mean? Somebody tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Please send out a sign.
Watch as top-secret scientists attempt to solve the otherworldly mystery.
They just keep saying the same thing. They just keep saying the same thing.
Yes, sir.
They just keep saying the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. I was a scientist before I became a bad actor. I know what that number is.
Well, what is it?
What is it? It's pi.
Is that the answer? Is this the key to Roy Dreary's burning question? Will this big dummy ever figure it out?
We now return to Tacky Night at the Movies. And now for Sarah Lou Country Pie Stores, here is Sarah the Clown.
Hi, kids, this is Sarah the Clown with 10 ways to eat a pie. In your ear. On your chest. Try one up your nose. Don't forget to put a cherry in it. Woo-hoo-hoo! How about over your shoulder? But the best way to eat a Sarah Lou pie is on your head! Woo!
Want to be kidnapped by creatures from another galaxy? Hurry to the Sarah Lou Country Pie Store nearest you. Offer closes at midnight, so hurry.
Don't miss the incredibly over-budget finale.
Look, up in the sky.
Oh, far out.
Whoa. Look at that! Look at that! Our Lord! See man and alien communicate through primitive music. Thrill to the dazzling special effects wizardry of the mothership.
Look, the door's opening.
Oh, these lights are so bright! Don't miss the awe-inspiring entrance of the being from another world!
I got a bad feeling about this.
That's closet cases of the nerd kind. Landing at a theater near you.
Something smells good. What are you up to, little lady?
Oh, Squishy Bear, I've just baked some banana apple nutberry muffins with horse and butter in.
I thought we were cutting back on our butter, smoochy woochy.
Not butter diddle cakes, horse and butterin'. It's Swedish and it's new from the makers of Horse and Milkin'.
Swedish, huh? But how does it taste?
It's made with 100% horse tallow for a one-of-a-kind creamy texture, just like you, greasy pants. Try one with some more horse and butterin' on top.
Sweet liberty! My face is tingling.
I told you should try it on this bear claw.
You weren't kidding. I can't stop.
Easy, honey. You're eating too fast. Here, wash that down.
So creamy. It hurts. I love you.
Take it easy, Doodlepuss.
Oh, my God. My arm. I think I'm... Oh, yes. I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, honey. Honey, hang on, baby. I'm calling 911.
New from the makers of Horse and Milkin', it's Horse and Butterin'. So creamy, it hurts.
You're not dreaming, you're watching Cinema Insomnia, and Mr. Lobo is here with a man I like to call Mr. Creature Features, JOHN STANLEY. Those of you who are horror movie fans, he probably needs no introduction. He's written scores of books, Creature Features movie guides, and he also has written the book, I Was a TV Horror Host, which tells it all about this messy business that we're in. And he has a new book, and it's called The Gang That Shot Up Hollywood. And John, you look like a proud papa. You seem like you really are happy with what you've done here. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Would you believe this is a love story? Well, when I was a reporter for the San Francisco Chronicle, I covered the entertainment scene, movies and television, and I interviewed along the way an estimated 800 celebrities from various walks of show business. And I decided about 2 years ago that I had a legacy to share. And I was watching a Clint Eastwood documentary called The Man from Malpaso. And Clint made the remark, "My father once told me, progress or you shall decay." So I got to thinking, I better start progressing because I'm getting older now and maybe I'm going to start to decay.
Right, exactly.
So I went down, I have all my old stories in chronological sequence, the way they were written. And I reread the Clint Eastwood interviews. I had about 5 different stories. And I decided this is a major part of the legacy. I think I'll start with Clint. And that's how the book got started. I wasn't quite sure where I was going to go with the rest of it. But it's funny. Page by page, it all began to fall into place.
Well, it's a very entertaining book. It has lots of pictures. It has almost the quality of a personal scrapbook, actually, where you're kind of going through a lot of people's memories. There's a lot of kind of images, different kinds of images. There's drawings, there's photos, there's kind of advertising art, there's promotional photographs. Candid photographs.
Yeah, on every page, as I described the people I was meeting, and I did try to tell these stories in a colorful way, and capture the way people really talk.
Well, what's interesting is you did many, many interviews on creature features with celebrities, and as did Bob. And it's interesting when you talk to other horror hosts across the country, this was not a usual part of the format of this kind of program.
Yeah, that's true. It would be hard, say in Cleveland, Ohio, or Chicago, wherever you are, to have movie stars passing through, or television stars. But I knew the contacts in Hollywood or in the Bay Area, and if I needed a writer, if I wanted a producer, if a director had a new picture coming in a few weeks, I could get on that telephone and see if I could arrange. Are you by any chance passing through San Francisco in a couple of weeks?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this is true story, Mr. Lobo. Disney Studios, whenever they had a new film opening and they were going to bring the star of the film to San Francisco, they knew that my show was taped on Fridays, Creature Features, so they would bring the subject to the Bay Area on Friday morning, knowing full well the first thing they would get is this exposure in a television show. Then they could take the star on to meet the newspaper people. And so
the horror host's role in promotion of new films was actually very important. You know, I think a lot of people don't think about that.
And being at the heart of knowing who to contact to bring these people in brought me Ray Bradbury, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, Ray Harryhausen. Some of the great icons of sci-fi and horror were on Creature Features because of that connection.
And now you're among them, John, one of the great icons of
now I'm a connection.
Well, and also, John, I want to talk about this as a book, also because we are living in a world where bookstores are closing, and media is all breaking apart and consolidating and changing, and I mean, it must be a nightmare to even to take on an endeavor such as putting out a book in this day and age.
It is. This might be the last book in a print paper format. If I write another book 2-3 years from now, what is going to exist out there? What is the world going to be like? Is a paper book still acceptable? This book is available as an ebook, by the way. Mm-hmm. My distributor, Atlas Books of Ashland, Ohio, said the real thing now is the ebook. So you can download this from Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com. It is available.
I think there is something about a product that's tactile, that people can touch,
can hold, and feel. Yes, there's always those who, I've got my Kindle, but I need my bag of books.
John, we learned a lot today. We learned a little bit about the art of the interview. Not from my side, of course. We learned a lot about your new book and your videos. You want to talk about this briefly?
Yeah, I used to do what I called mini movies. They would be short pastiches of feature films.
Mm-hmm. And this would be in the Creature Features
program.
And
it would be, it would run 5-10 minutes. And this is a DVD set that features 25 of the so-called mini movies, featuring people like Chuck Norris, Richard Roundtree, Toru Tanaka, all kinds of stars. Again, I would get the stars to become involved in the making of these things. And we also have complete creature feature shows. We had to recreate them. We bring some of the old interview segments and have station breaks, have commercials, what's on next week, all these things all mixed together. And these were very, very popular. John Stanley Creature Feature Double Bill 1 and 2. Very, very popular.
And then you talk about Eddie Muller?
Yes, Eddie Muller, film noir. I knew Eddie when he was growing up in the Bay Area. His father was the boxing editor of the San Francisco Examiner. He now puts on the Noir City Film Festivals in 5 cities each year. He's written 5 books about film noir. He also wrote the Tab Hunter autobiography, with Tab's help, of course, and also has a foundation rescuing lost films, getting prints of films that don't exist. Eddie Muller, czar of noir.
So he puts the spotlight on this genre, and you put the spotlight on him.
Right. He's the hero.
There we go.
He's the detective, the private eye in search of the missing film.
So John Stanley, he's got videos, and then of course, Watch I Was a TV Horror Host is also it's a film and also a book.
A book, yes.
And you've got this
similar to this.
You've got this book.
Hundreds of photographs.
John, you've written what, 17 books?
Yes.
17 books.
Yeah, this is number 7.
So, like I said, I mean, John is without a doubt the most knowledgeable horror host in the history of.
Well, now don't go too far. Let's not get ridiculous, all right?
And oh, sorry. Yeah, there we are. That's the camera. The most horror host, the most knowledgeable horror host, and certainly one of the most fun as an interviewer. And thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And we're gonna come out of intermission. We're gonna go back into Cinema Insomnia for some more stupidness.
102, take 2.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
You're not dreaming. You're watching Cinema Insomnia. I'm your host, Mr. Lobo. I hope you enjoyed tonight's intermission, where we interviewed John Stanley about his latest book, The Gang That Shot Up Hollywood. But let's see what John has to say about tonight's feature in the old standby.
Oh, she's got a leg up on me.
The Creature Features Movie Guide. All right, here we're getting into a W. Here we go. Or the gods, or the colossal beasts, or the gargantuas, or the monsters, or the planets. War of the Planets. John, there are 2 versions of War of the Planets in this book, and neither one of them are the movie we're showing tonight.
Of course not, Mr. Lobo. After War of the Robots and Star Odyssey, I couldn't take another one of those Al Bradley spaghetti sci-fi pot boilers in the same year. That was 1978. Remember what a terrible year that was? There were a lot better sci-fi movies to review back in those days, or up in those days.
However, John is researching for a new edition for the Space Women so that they can fill their databases with Italian sci-fi.
Ah, so in other words, don't panic. Well, let's see if Mr. Lobo can sum this one up. A crew of space jocks in space pajamas follow a deep space signal, and the captain thinks that the computer's drunk, and they all sort of dress like the dancers doing the bump on the cover of the disco Star Wars album. And now, the other half of tonight's Galactic Funk, Antonio Sabato and a bunch of other foreigners with easier to pronounce Americanized names in War of the Planets.
Help, this is a curious. There's something after me. No! Stay back!
Who's that?
That's Jack's voice. Stay where you are. Now we're going to split up into two groups. I want no heroes. We'll find him. All right, let's see. You right here. All of you go with me. The rest of you go in that direction. Okay, let's go. And don't lose sight of each other.
I think I saw him go toward those rocks.
Look! That's Jack lying there. Come on.
We've disappeared from one place and appeared in another. Captain, I don't get it.
Look, this is no natural phenomenon.
What's unnatural is a sphere like this, here, among these rocks.
It's all the work of a fiend, the same fiend that killed that Tiris!
I have no idea what's going on here, John, both here and in this ridiculous...
You never do, Mr. Lobo.
John, please, please. When are you going to tell me why? Why have you come from the future?
Patience, my dark apprentice. Let me tell your Cinema Insomnia viewers, they need to know more about my new book. This is the gang that shot up Hollywood. You can order this from my website, stanleybooks.net. I will autograph it to you personally. You'll find it in all the major bookstores.
Except for Borders.
And you can download it as an ebook from Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com.
That's fascinating, John. Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
It's so good. Best thing I ever read.
Ooh.
Only thing I ever read.
Ooh. It's here at last. The book they said couldn't be done. John Stanley's autobiographical I Was a TV Horror Host. 559 photographs. Portraits of fellow horror host Bob Wilkins, plus Stanley's own memoirs, encounters with the best horror and sci-fi icons of all time. People like Ray Bradbury, Robert Bloch, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, William Castle, Ray Harryhausen. The list goes on and on. It's endless. But wait, there's more to come. The only hardcover Creature Features movie guide The 4th edition that's sold across the nation, across all 7 seas, across the solar system, nay, across the universe. There's only 40 copies left, so hurry, hurry, hurry. 5,614 reviews, 350 photos, 26 original drawings. The rarest item on the Creature Features rack. So backtrack to rack it up before you're sent to the rack. Wow, you're not going to believe this one. The 1981 first edition of the Creature Feature Movie Guide, it's still in print. The book that kicked off the series and led to 5 more editions that rocked and socked the sci-fi horror worlds for 2 decades and still counting. Watch this screen for important information, how you can obtain any or all of the classic items from the Creature Feature archives that we have just described to you. Don't you dare leave the planet without them.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal that's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T, it's cool. Teaming up with Mr. T, golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with a team that's teaming up with Mr. T. It's cool. Teaming up with Mr. T.
Greetings. Mr. Lobo is here with Cosmonauti. John Stanley has lent us his flying, saucy sidekick to be our lucky Reel 7 girl, little man-friendly eye candy, to introduce the next reel of tonight's feature and hopefully boost our ratings with males 18 to 24 in the third quarter of our program. Tell us a little bit about yourself, lucky Reel 7 girl. And now, Reel 7 of War of the Planets.
And where's Greta? I gave orders for us to stick together.
But she's not here. Captain, you know what happened to Jack. The same thing could have happened to Greta.
That we can find out. Am I coming through?
Our reception here is very good, sir. What's going on?
Look, Jack's been murdered, and we've been materialized in this cave. Greta's missing. Have you heard from her?
No. But if you can't find her, maybe you'd better come back to the ship.
No. With Jack murdered and Greta missing, we can't leave. We've got to try to find her.
Calm down, Richard. There's nothing we can do for them. And maybe Greta's waiting for us outside.
Mila, check your apparatus.
Captain, the sending station is in here, in this cave. They're signals, addressed only to us.
An inert rock that transmits signals from Earth. This sphere is the sending station. Our quartz crystals have this property, but they have to be activated. Anyway, the power in ours is limited. There's some kind of message.
Someone is near us. I'm almost sure there is.
That's crazy. There's no one in here.
We've got to keep checking. We've got to find out who or what's sending that message. The signals feel stronger to me. Hello, Control. Record everything you see here.
The videotape's running already.
Those strange signals are so baffling.
Let me know if you need the rest of the crew.
Okay. Let's look around.
Release them. I am Amok, strangers. My voice is pure thought that reaches the mind.
Hey, how does that guy know our language?
Shut up, Richard. It's us. Our brainwaves make the telepathy become sound.
My race was great once. The machine served men, and my people were happy. Then the huge machine stole the command from me, and we became slaves. All this before the great explosion, an atomic catastrophe. Its survivors, as you see, have regressed to an animal state. Strangers, Amok knows why you have come to this planet.
I think we've got to do something.
We will. Don't worry about us. Repair the generator.
I am Etor, chief of my people.
You killed one of my men. Why?
No. The immortal monster has killed your companion. Many of us have died. The Black Peril kills all those who dare to go out of the caves. We cannot do a thing against him. We can only hide in the innermost recesses of the planet.
We'd like to help you fight your enemy. Can you tell us where he is?
Sage Amok says that in the Shining Cave there's the monster. Amok recounts that the great death came from him. The monster hates any people and kills them without pity.
This race was once a great civilization. In every way.
This city still seems to be alive, and who knows how long it's been abandoned.
Let's go, Captain.
The radioactivity is reaching dangerous levels.
Let's get out of here, Captain.
I've established the signal's location. The message comes continually from a mysterious source and is retransmitted by the sphere.
It's not enough. We've got to go back to the ship and consult the computer. Etor, we can destroy the enemy, but we have to go back to the ship first.
No.
We have no choice. Etor, the weapons we need are on board, and we can't do without them.
The woman will stay with us.
There's no alternative, Mila. We'll have to trust them.
Whatever happens, I love you.
So, John, is Mr. Lobo's new sidekick going to be as laser hot as those space babes in tonight's movie? Or at least hotter than the boyish imp with the crew cut?
Now look, I never made any guarantees. I'm still evaluating you. Take us out to commercial.
Cinema Insomnia will be right back.
Oh, that was terrible. Watch and learn. Cinema Insomnia will return sometime in the immediate future from the land beyond, a land beyond, beyond.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Music video, I can't see it. If the music don't sound good, who cares what the picture looks like? Then Pioneer gives me a laser disc. It's a video turntable that works by laser beam, and I'm amazed. The stereo is as good as anything I ever heard on my stereo. And according to the experts, the picture blows videotape away.
The Pioneer Laserdisc brand video disc player. Video for those who really care about audio.
I like it so much I got one for George Sheridan.
Got another one here.
There he is. Got him. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah! Okay. Who wants to clean and debone him?
I'll do it. What gives? You want to do it?
Just wait till you see what I've got. It's the Wonder Boner.
The Wonder Boner?
Oh, you laugh now. Just watch. You just assemble the Wonder Boner stainless steel rods like this. You take the fish, and you slide him through the ring on the Wonder Boner, and voila!
My wife would like that.
Introducing the Wonder Boner, the amazing new fishing tool that makes deboning fish a breeze.
So, Dave, where did you get the Wonder Boner? It's funny you should ask.
Order your Wonder Boner now. Call toll-free 855-246-9948 and receive the amazing Wonder Boner for just $19.95. Every tackle box and every kitchen should have the Wonder Boner. Call now.
I'm your new horror host, Mr. Lobo. If you're just waking up, you're watching Cinema Insomnia.
The truth is, Mr. Lobo, I have been sent here to see how fit you are to be a television horror host. And I must confess, I am now forced to transmit my analysis of your work into the future.
People in the future are interested in my work?
An entire army of psychiatrists can't wait to get their hands on all of the information. And oh, those who don't learn from their mistakes are condemned to live them over and over and over and over and again and again.
John, all right, now I know that you're totally joking. You're having me on.
Cosmonauti will keep you from escaping. Will keep you company while I'm away for a little while. You see, I have some very, very important business to attend to. Cosmo, take command. Good girl.
But you're still gonna bring me a sexy space girl if I do good, right?
And now, back to War of the Planets.
I'll be okay now. Go to the ship.
There he is.
Pay attention, please.
Finally, they agreed to let us know something. Did you locate the ship, Captain? I don't know, sir. Did you?
I believe so. The enemy spaceship should be in the Arctic. The situation is under control. I'm sorry for the headlines you had in mind, but Earth is not in any danger.
Earth
is in danger. Didn't buy it. No.
What will you think of?
I'll think of you and me back on Earth. That's what I always do, my darling.
The enemy is a computer. The images you see are materializations of its energy. To destroy it, press button for its elimination. Probable color, red.
We've stuffed a ton of information in this gadget, and the only answer we get is probable or possible. I want a reliable answer.
No certainty possible. Index of probability 50%.
All right. Come on. Get back on board and get the protective suits on. You weren't worried, were you, Mila?
Just a little. I knew you'd come for me. And I'm glad you brought another spacesuit. The radiation in that city is deadly.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Captain, I'm getting all kinds of electronic signals. The meter's starting to go crazy. I don't understand it.
Mila, stay here with Wright. Holden, you're coming with me.
Yes, Captain.
That computer in tonight's movie looks like a cross between Deep Thought from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and 2XL, the toy from the 70s. I wonder if his voice comes off an 8-track tape. Hopefully, John Stanley will have the answer to Mr. Lobo's ultimate question, why? And don't say 42.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson. Inspired by that same French excellence, it's fermented in the bottle and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson...
Well, I'll be Monkey's uncle.
Yeah, Monkey's uncle. New stunt race day with a monkey business name. Spread the stunts out every place. Make it tough to win the race. Run wild, Monkey's uncle. Wind the timer, run and take the stunt that says be a snake. It's great, Monkey's uncle. Time is going tick, tick, tick. Do a rooster who is sick. Cock-a-doodle choo. Run wild, Monkey's uncle. Hurry, hurry, do those tricks for the monkeys out of ticks. Run wild, Monkey's uncle. Time, now's your turn to show your speed. Do more stunts and take the lead. Run wild, Monkey's uncle. Catch a fish and give a toot. Be an owl who cries ooh. It's fun, Monkey's uncle. Time, wiggle, waddle, quick, quick, quick. Do the build-a-tower trick. 12 stunts, just 3 tries. Case of tie spin monkey's eyes, and you're a monkey's uncle. It's wild!
complete with stunt mats, cards, horns, clickers, tricks, spinner, and monkey timer from Transagram, where the fun comes from.
Coming to you on the airwaves. Give you credit each and every day. And when you get it, you got something. So don't worry, 'cause I'm coming. I'm a credit man. I'm a credit man. I'm a credit man. Yeah, I'm a credit man.
I'm John Stanley, and you're watching Cinema Insomnia.
You do not understand what kind of trouble you are in. Lack of show production, lack of quality movies. You hardly ever show horror movies. And not to mention your failure with Star Crash.
Whoa, you're not supposed to mention that. And we saved Star Crash. That movie was lost in obscurity.
Yes. After Roger Corman's lawyer's memories were refreshed, you got a cease and desist.
Now hold on here, Natasha. Mr. Lobo is darn good at what he does. John Stanley doesn't know everything.
Ha! You are not fit to pick Commander Stanley's scabs.
Ugh. Well, speaking of scary pictures, Cinema Insomnia now returns to War of the Planets.
You must not disobey me. Earthling, you have been brought here for a purpose. Do not make me destroy you.
You said you called us for a purpose. What is it?
Once long ago, the inhabitants of this planet constructed perfect machines. The machines performed all the work for them. The inhabitants of the planet were happy. Their only function was to control these machines. But even though this was their only function, it became a chore. So man built me so that I might control the machines. One day, the planet was attacked by alien forces. All of the machines were destroyed. You must help me to replace some of my circuits that were damaged by the alien forces. Without all of my circuits functioning, some of my memory banks are blocked. The inhabitants here do not have the intelligence to be utilized anymore. For that reason, I have summoned you.
Why did you attack us with the two ships? You could have destroyed your only means of help.
I only wanted to neutralize your engines. After that, I pulled you to the planet with my energy source.
Where did you get this energy from? To send messages to other galaxies and to amuse yourself keeping the dead city alive?
I control the lives and the brains of all the inhabitants here. I keep them alive as I see fit, just as a shepherd controls the sheep, and then at any moment shears the sheep. Enough now with explanations. I will indicate to you which burned-out circuits must be replaced.
We must destroy it.
We'll take our time repairing it. We've got to find that red button.
My beam will indicate the components, Earthlings. Bring that circuit component over here.
Captain, that red button there.
Shh, not so loud, it might hear us.
Hurry up, Earthlings. What's taking so long? I'm losing patience. Faster, Earthlings. You have many to replace, and I've waited too long for this. Hurry! That's it. That's the one. Put it in. I needed
circuit. Now I have all my power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, Commander.
Was that John? What did he say?
The Scantron test was inconclusive. John forgot to use a number 2 pencil. In the meanwhile, he's going to present to you with sexy Space Girl sidekick.
Mr. Lobo's rocket may be entering a new stage here. When Cinema Insomnia comes back, Mr. Lobo's going to have his own spicy cosmic wet nurse.
To a big trip. It's the Eiffel Tower to a Dutch trip. It's a pretty flower to win again. It's a monument to a smoker. It's a Kent. The taste of Kent. The taste of Kent. The taste of Kent. More taste, fine tobacco. To the Irish, it's a leprechaun to a Grecian. It's the Parthenon to a Scotsman. It's his regiment to a smoker. It's a Kent. The taste of Kent. The taste of Kent. The taste of Kent. More taste, fine tobacco.
If you smoke a filter cigarette, try the taste of Kent.
40 leading publications love 2XL. He asks the questions, you push buttons to answer.
You must not disobey me.
A uniquely educational toy.
Do not make me destroy you.
Plays any 8-track cartridges. Teenagers love him. Adults can't resist him.
I will follow you to the ends of the galaxy and annihilate you!
2XL, now 36 tapes for all age groups by Mego.
Now I have all my power.
Our galaxy is split into 2 warring factions.
Mr. Lobo, I now present to you, by the authority invested in me by the Film Hosts Guild and the Space League of Captains, your new lovely assistant, Romana! Get in here, Romana, quickly.
Salutations, Mr. Lobo. I am ready to assist you.
I knew you were going to be flabbergasted by her. Well, I got to tell you the truth. She is part robot. I hope you don't mind.
But what is the other part?
Why don't you two get acquainted while we take a look at the climactic sequence from War of the Planets?
I will destroy you.
Hurry! The whole planet's crumbling!
You haven't conquered me, Earthlings. I am stronger than ever before. I will follow you to the ends of the galaxy.
quickly! The whole planet's gonna blow up! We can't stay here! Get on! Raise power to 10 Gs.
It's too much initially. That generator might not be able to take it.
I said maximum, Segura.
We might blow up.
We'll blow up if we stay here.
The generator isn't all the way up yet.
I said full power, Segura.
Sir, it's impossible until the generator's
Stop
up.
giving me excuses and do it. Here I am. I'm okay now. I'll take over, Segura. Orko, go back to Greta. Give me more on the starboard engines. Increase power. Segura told me everything. Sorry.
I've established contact with Earth.
It's the missing ship, Commander. They're reporting in. They seem to be all right.
Prepare yourself for a big surprise.
Captain, we did not behave well toward you. Wizards told us you had 1 chance in 1,000 to make it. And so frankly, we had given you up for lost. We're very happy to see you.
Prepare yourselves for a big surprise. You'll soon be seeing one of the inhabitants of the planet you sent us to. I'll give you a full report when we reach the base.
Here's our guest.
He looks terrific. He seems like one of us.
I am happy to welcome the newest member of the crew.
Hey, Captain, he's automatically an officer in that uniform.
I have a little surprise for the youngest member of your crew.
Look, Peter, there's your baby. Oh, it's your baby.
It's my baby.
He's lovely.
It's mine.
Your blue eyes.
It's mine. I can't believe it. Look.
What a darling baby.
Ask that hunk of metal if we're on the right course, and how long it'll take us to arrive.
Little delicate baby. Oh, what a beautiful child you have. Oh,
Direction, course exact. Estimated time of touchdown, 30 hours, Earthlings.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Hey, Mr. Lobo, the movie is over. War of the Planets is finished and it's time to go.
Go? Go where, John?
To your trial, of course. Your ability to host is in serious question, and I have orders to bring you before the Future Crimes Commission. What? For a final judgment.
The FCC?
Come along, you jive turkey.
Well, looks like Mr. Lobo's been kangaroo court-martialed here by Judge Dredd. Thank you for watching Cinema Insomnia. Don't I at least get a phone call?
Just keep bouncing along.
We are not alone here in space. Every day, new planets. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new life. Every day, amazing flights. And angels in shocking spaceships. We are not alone here in space, because in space we have brothers. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new UFOs. We are not alone here in space. Every day, new dangers. Every day, new things can bring computers and superhuman beings. We are not alone here in space, because here in
I'm old John Stanley. He used to be that young Creature Features guy.
And I'm the young Cinema Insomnia host who feels like that old Creature Features guy deep down inside. I'm still hosting movies on Saturday nights, right here on KCTH 9 to 11.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that Channel 27?
That's right.
I watch it every day, every night.
Really? You know, we're also streaming online, too.
What? Are you serious?
No lie, right here.